My name is Chloe Gordon. I'm in Chem 120, section 441, and I'm going to be demonstrating an exothermic and endothermic reaction. For this lab, you will need to wear your personal protective equipment at all times. For the first lab, I will be combining baking soda and vinegar and measuring the temperature throughout to see if the reaction is either endothermic or exothermic. For this lab, you will need to measure out a fourth of a cup of vinegar into a clean glass and a teaspoon of baking soda. And you will also need another clean glass for the reaction to occur in. You also need a temperature probe and a lab notebook and pen. For this lab, you will take your fourth cup of vinegar and pour it into a clean glass. You will then take your temperature probe and put it into the liquid and measure out the initial temperature of the solution. The initial temperature of the solution is 70 degrees Fahrenheit, which you will convert to Celsius and record in your lab notebook. The next part of this lab, you will take your teaspoon of baking soda and pour it slowly into the vinegar and watch the temperature probe. You will then see that the new temperature is 62 degrees, and you will record your final temperature into your lab notebook. The initial temperature of the solution was 21 degrees Celsius, and it turned to 17 degrees Celsius. The temperature drop shows that this reaction was an endothermic reaction. Heat is absorbed during endothermic reactions, which causes the temperature to reduce. The Gibbs free energy for an endothermic reaction is greater than 0. The next reaction I will be doing is with hydrogen peroxide and yeast, and I will combine the two and measure the temperature out to see if the reaction is either endothermic or exothermic. For this lab, you will need dry yeast, a fourth of a cup of hydrogen peroxide, a clean thermometer, and a lab notebook and pen. For the first part of this lab, you will take your clean temperature probe and place it into the solution and measure out the initial temperature. The initial temperature is 70 degrees Fahrenheit, which converts to 21 degrees Celsius. The next step, you will take your dry yeast packet and pour it into the solution, making sure to watch the temperature as the reaction occurs. So the initial temperature was 21 degrees Celsius and the temperature rise to 33 degrees Celsius, which shows that this was an exothermic reaction. Exothermic reactions release heat and release energy into the system. Since energy is being released, the delta G, which is Gibbs free energy, is less than 0.